Hello Internet, Bardic Monk here, and welcome back to Bardic Brawl. Today we're going to be playing as Iron Man versus Ultron. We have that, and Ultron has a very unique setup in this mode, so for this box he's a little unique. I've already taken out Ultron 3 from the game, and we're starting with Ultron 1 and 2. Well, we're starting with 1. And I have a little introduction of a thing to do for remembering if people have very unique cards in their deck. So part of the Ultron setup, if we look at the back of the Crimson Cowl, which I'll put up here, it says, as a setup, put the Ultron drone's environment into play, shuffle the encounter deck, advance to stage 1B. So that means that we're going to get the Ultron drones out of the deck and then put into play. Ultron drones is an environment, so this isn't going to get shuffled into the deck. Instead, it's always going to be its own separate card that's going to show up here. So what I do is I make it its own sleeve in the middle of the deck, so everything else is orange. Everything else is orange, and I have this in a silver sleeve. But I make the point of getting anything that's going to be like a setup that doesn't go away. I believe if you look at my Eunice video, I do the same thing for one of his cards, and pretty much since this is always going to be out, I make sure that it's has its own sleeve. So Ultron drones is always out. We're going to put it right at the edge there, and that has a unique thing. Each face down drone minion engaged with a player has a scheme of 1 and a base attack of 1 and a base hit point of 1. Force response: after a face-down drone minion is defeated, place that card in its owner's discard pile. Ultron, what does he have? He has 1 scheme, 2 attack. Force response: after Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face-down, engaged with you as a drone minion. We are playing Iron Man. We don't want any of our cards getting taken away, so I'm probably going to choose to put threat on the main scheme. We'll see. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engaged with them as a drone minion. I just shuffled and cut the deck, so I'm just gonna put this in front of me. Now this is a 1/1/1 minion fighting me, and this is starting at 0. Let me see. 0 threat, and at 3 it's going to pop. Anything else? We have the Assault on NORAD that's coming out, and then the Countdown to Oblivion. We want to make sure that we don't let it get to Countdown to Oblivion, because that's actually a countdown to the end of the game. Then we just have the standard set in here. I'm just going to double check I actually have that. Yeah, we have Under Attack, the standard set, and Ultron all in this deck. So again, this is all preset, exactly the sets that are also like recommended here. So the contents, the one modular set is recommended as Under Attack. So far we've gone through, or we're going through all 3 villains in the core box, just with exactly what they say. We have 2 more heroes after this, and I'm going to be doing expert runs of 2 of these villains, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that they go a little bit better than my claw game. We'll see. And I hope you enjoy. So, I don't know why. I don't need a shuffle. Oh yeah, I just looked through the cards, that's why. Okay. Do that. We do a shuffle, and when revealed, we put, yep, face down minion. Do we have space? We do. When he attacks, we have to resolve something, so I don't have any custom tokens. That's right. Okay, so everything is exactly out of the box, so we're not going to worry about that. I am going to put this here, so I know that he's got a weird thing on him. So that's what I'm going to be using. And then, last but not least, we're going to draw 6 cards. 4, 5, 6. Futurist, as an action, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one to your hand and discard the others. Limit once per round. And then, as Iron Man, you get +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control to a maximum hand size of 7. Yep. He has a 2/1/1. and that means thwart, yeah, and 3 recovery. I think, because I've been editing these in order, sorry to show you how the sausage is made, but I've edited these and I think I finally got an idea of how I want to run this. So pretty much here is a timer. I'm going to start as soon as I play my first card, and then I am trying to keep this timer going as long as I'm actually playing. So if I ever have to step away or something like that, we'll see how much time has elapsed. Some of these games felt a lot longer than they actually were. And let's see, I have the rounds up there. I have my hit points around here somewhere, and the next thing I have to do is just resolve mulligans, and we have no idea what's down here. So we have 2 repulsor blasts, both cost 1. I mean, I could go wild with that. Oh, we're also playing aggression, something you should know. Uppercut, no. Tenacity, no. I guess +1 attack. And the power of aggression I kind of want to keep. We will discard 2 and we'll draw 2 more. We have a War Machine and an Emergency. And this kind of changes everything because I kind of want to have War Machine out to start clearing out the board ASAP. So hand size of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. HP of 9 versus his 17. Alright, we're going to begin the game not even playing a card. We're going to start with the Futurist ability. So starting now. Relentless Assault. Deal damage to... Gains Overkill. Oh, Arc Reactor. Getting that. Okay, a lot of things are happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I do have enough. So I'm going to play Arc Reactor for a Power of Aggression. I'm going to play War Machine for my other 4 cards. War Machine is out. Arc Reactor is out. And I'm going to flip. And we are going to attack. Yeah, we're going to attack with War Machine and Iron Man. So we're going to do 2 damage. 3 damage. 1, 2 for War Machine. 1 from Iron Man. We're going to tap Arc Reactor to ready Iron Man, and then we're going to attack to get rid of this card, which was Chase Him Down. And that is everything that we can do. We're going to ready up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. For each tech upgrade you control, so not even 3. Okay. Not the best turn 1 flip. I don't know if you're not supposed to flip immediately, but I don't want him scheming immediately. So we're just going to have to deal with what we got. Okay, villain turn. So we only have 2 cards in hand. That stinks. So hand size of 2. And we're going to make this go up by 1. Ultron is going to attack for 2. And after he attacks me, this is when this happens. I am not going to defend, so I'm going to take 2, 3 damage. So I'll take 3. 1, 2, 3. And then after Ultron attacks, you choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face down. And we're going to do that. We're going to do it this way. Alright, so this is still me. I don't have to worry about this. Last thing, we need an encounter card, which is
Program Transmitter.
Test Ultron. Force response after Ultron schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Hero action, exhaust your hero and spend 2 mental resources to discard this card. Okay, he's got +1 scheme as well. This is not good, but we will survive. I'm going to then play. I'm going to use War Machine to deal. I'm going to use this action. Exhaust War Machine and deal 2 damage to him. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna attack for 2. 1, 2. It's down to 12. Then I'm gonna attack with Iron Man to get rid of this card, which is Hulk. That stinks. I like Hulk. Then Arc Reactor to ready him up and attack a. I'm going to. I'm gonna attack. Yeah, because he's just gonna scheme if I flip anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna attack one more time. So he's down to 11. I'm gonna flip and then look at the top 3 cards and add 1 to my hand and discard the others. And I'm gonna put. Sorry, don't want to do that. Could get a Genius, but then I would only be able to play Tag Team. I'm gonna get Power Gauntlet into my hand. I lost a Chasing Down and a Genius. We have flipped, and I'm going to play Power Gauntlet for 2 cards, and we'll end our turn here. 1, 2. Ooh. Get up. He attacked twice, so now he has another one. I'm trying to speed up a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. We got the helmet and the armor. Jeez. Okay. I can't play everything. I think I want to play Helicarrier. I'm probably going to have to lose some of this armor. So that's one threat from Scheme. I don't have Aerial. Ooh. I can get plus 6 hit points. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't do that. He hit me for 3. Did he not? He did. Okay, no, I'm having a problem with reading. Okay, yeah, I'm at 6, not at 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the end of my turn. I played Gauntlets. That was a hero action, so I couldn't do it anyway. Okay. We get to the villain side. Play this. He's going to scheme for at least 2. 3. This pops. Crimson Cowl goes away. And we get... Where's the other cards here? Here. Then we get the Assault on NORAD. When revealed, each player puts the top card of the deck into play face down. Engaged with them as a drone minion, advance to stage 2B. After placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase, so at the first step, yeah. Each player must choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of the deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Okay. Starts at 0 as well. There's nobody else to attack me. He didn't attack me here. After Ultron schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. There were no side schemes. So that's all good. We put this here because that showed up, and we are done with the activation phase. Now we're at the encounter phase. Caught off card. Discard an upgrade or support you control if no cards were discarded. Upgrade or support. We're gonna get rid of Power Gauntlets, I guess. Perfect timing. Caught off guard. It's been a while. And that's the end of his phase, and that's back to my turn. I'm going to start with the 3. Supersonic Punch is always great, but I need... Ooh. I think I need a resource generator more than anything else right now, so Pepper Pots. And now we're gonna play Pepper Pots with. Did I have a double resource anywhere? No. Because she could just play this. Okay. I need these out. I don't think I could play Helicarrier. We're gonna play Helicarrier. Nope. We need to play Pepper Potts first. She already costs 3. We're gonna get rid of Mark 5 armor, Repulsor, and Tigra. Let's play Pepper Potts. Exhaust Pepper Potts to generate a resource. We're gonna go with Helicarrier to generate 1. No. Oh yeah, we could. And we're just gonna have to deal with him. Yeah, okay. We're going to take a hit this turn. We're going to play a little bit more careful. And we're going to use our turn to exhaust too. So we're playing Helicarrier for 1, 2, 3. We're already almost through the deck, so that's fine. Helicarrier's out. And we're going to heal for 3. I'm back up to 9. Rhodey. We're going to deal 2 more damage. Ultron's down to 9. Rhodey's at 3. And we're going to end the turn there. Rhodey's up. Oh, when Ultron finished activating, because he activated this, blew up, and then this card, still on his turn, this schemed for 1. After placing a threat here, I choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of the deck into play face down. Engage with them. And we're just going to choose the 2. And now we're back to me finishing my turn. I end my turn, so I'm drawing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now it's the... Oh, that doesn't happen. Alright. This happens only after step 1 of this. So, in which case, I ended my turn like normal. This is only at 1 because of this. This schemes for 1. The drone schemes for 1 at the end of his turn after it comes out because he made this pop. Then we see if there's any minions. There's a minion here. It schemes for 1. And then his turn ends with him playing a caught off guard. That's my turn. I do my whole turn. It's over. Now it's the villain's turn again. It goes up by 1, and I'm going to choose to place 2 threat instead of putting another card on the field, so that's going to be 2 more, so that's going to be 3 altogether that are being added this turn. So we're at 4 out of 10, and he's going to activate against me for 2 scheming, just 2 scheming. So this other one becomes 3 as well. Then this schemes for 1. We're already at 7. He doesn't attack, so that doesn't happen. After Ultron schemes place, no, that's a side scheme thing. We don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Okay. That's the end of his turn. Back to my turn. I'm going to play... I'm going to play a Nick Fury. Sorry. I'm going to use Helicarrier to make my next card cheaper. I'm going to play Nick Fury for a tag team and an uppercut. And a supersonic punch. No. That made it 3. Yeah, this is all 3. I don't want to do all that. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Okay. For a tag team. Then I completely forgot that I had an energy, which is the reason why I'm doing this. So, made it 3. I paid the 3. This gets discarded this way. I'm going to put energy at the top because Pepper Potts generates resources. I'm going to have Nick Fury help me by drawing 3 cards. Or... he only removes 2 threats, so draw 3 cards. Stun. Would attack, yeah. So we are gonna have... we're gonna play... oh, I'm gonna use my ability, draw. No. We don't want to do that. If I draw 3 cards, it's gonna be a problem. Deal 4 damage to an enemy, that brings him down to 5. 2, 3. No, we already did his ability. I'm looking at Tony. Okay. I'm going to, against my better judgment, I'm going to use his ability to draw 3. And I'm going to use that to get a strength. I discard these. I immediately get a face down encounter card. I have to shuffle to create the deck. So I kind of don't want Start Tower, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. See how this is going. Okay. Yeah, I'm realizing that you kind of want to play through a lot of these characters more often than not at all, because you just kind of want to be able to know what all these cards do instead of just playing them blind. Alright, so Nick Fury's out, Pepper Potts is out. Couldn't use Pepper Potts beforehand. Crap, I didn't think about that. That's fine, because I could use Strength. So I'm going to flip Tony. I'm going to play a Powered Gauntlet for 2 with Strength. I'm going to play Mockingbird for a Pepper Potts, generating 2 resources from Strength, because exhaust her, generate resources of the top card of your discard pile, in your discard pile. Yep. So that's 1, 2. She needs a third one, so 3 for Handmaker. And then is there anything else I could do? Oh, after Mockingbird enters play, stun an enemy. So Ultron is stunned. He's not going to activate. And then we're going to thwart for 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. So get rid of these 6. Bring back 1. I'm going to use Arc Reactor to ready up Tony and thwart one more time. Okay, we're reset on that, and here I action exhaust Power Gauntlets and deal 1 damage to an enemy. I'm going to deal 1 damage to this. We have Rocket Boots. And then I'm going to play for Start Tower. No. Before anything else, both of these get 1. And yeah, I'm going to play Stark Tower for these 2. Supersonic Punch and Uppercut. So now we have Arc Reactor, Powered Gauntlets, and Stark Tower all here. We're going to put this Pepper. Can you hold on to this real quick? Yeah, and then you 2 come over here. Alright, I think this should be fine. Oh, you're not even in play. Okay. Move you all over here. Thank you. Alright. And War Machine, you're still staying out there just eating up time. I dealt 1 damage to that, and then that's it. That's the end of my turn. Now I have 2 tech upgrades, so my hand size is only 3. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Yes. Okay. We finish. We're at 3. Then everybody readies up. Everybody's ready. Now start step 1. We're going to now, on purpose, choose to take one of these. And this is all difficult to keep on screen right here. Okay. put you here. This went up by 1. I'm choosing to take a drone minion. Then he's going to attack me. He is stunned, so he cancels his attack. This is going to attack me for 1. I will take the 1 damage. I'm at 9. Then I get an encounter card, and now I start resolving these. So Advanced Ultron drone comes out, has guard. When Advanced Ultron drone is defeated, the engaged player puts the top card of their deck into the play face down. So this gets replaced with a regular minion. And last, Ultron's Imperative. Ultron directs his drone army through hive security. When revealed, the first player puts the top 2 cards of the deck into play face down, engaged with them as drone minions. So we have 1, 2, 3 out right now. This starts at 2 per player, and it gives us an additional encounter card. That's fine. And that's the end of his activation. Now it's my turn. Again, I only have 3 cards, but at the end of our turn, Nick Fury is gone. After placing threat here, I choose to put it here. He activates the drone, hit me for 1. Yeah, I already did that, so now Nick Fury is out. We're going to... well, we can't do that. Alright, War Machine, I want to use his action, exhaust War Machine and deal 2 damage to him, deal 1 damage to each enemy to clear this out. I cannot because he's at 3 health. We can't deal 2 more damage to him because he's only got 4, so I'm kind of stuck on not doing that. I have to instead... I'm going to use Helicarrier to make Mark 5 helmet free. I'm going to remove 1 threat from a scheme. I'm going to thwart for 2. I'm then going to have my arc reactor. I'm going to use that to ready him up and then attack for 1 on Ultron drone. I'm going to have Mockingbird attack for 1 for Ultron drone. It takes 1 more. She takes damage, and then finish it off with War Machine, who takes 1 more consequential damage after dealing 2 more. So War Machine is KO'd. Thank you, Rhodey. Advanced Ultron drone is gone and is replaced by the top card of the deck to play face down. So now we have 4 of these. Ultron's Imperative was defeated before that. We're going to put that there. And last but not least, I can do 1 damage to 1 of these. Relentless Assault. I can... are there any tech upgrades in here? I have Rocket Boots. I could use Rocket Boots. Okay, I'm going to use... start... yeah. Do I want to do anything else before that? After your hero attacks and defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. That's too late to do that, so I'm going to flip. And I'm going to have... before I do that, I'm going to flip over. I'm going to use his ability for Futurist. We're going to grab a Hulk. And then I'm going to use Stark Towers. I forgot Pepper Potts even had an ability. I'm really bad at this. Okay, Stark Tower. Exhaust Stark Tower, put a player, choose a player. That player returns the topmost tech upgrade in their discard pile to their hand. Topmost, I don't get to choose, so, sorry. Tech Boots was like second to last on this pile. This is the reason why you don't mess with that. No, are there any other tech upgrades? No, because then it would have popped up anyway, so. I get that back. And the way that this works is that I play Rocket Boots for Pepper Potts. So now we got Rocket Boots here. We got +1 hit points, so now I'm at 9 out of 10. And in the arrow trade, yeah. We play Hulk for a power of aggression. Hulk is going to attack for 3. To do 3 damage to Ultron. He's down to 6. And force response. After Hulk attacks, discard the top card of your deck. If that card's printed resource has the following, do this effect. So he deals 3 damage. He's finished attacking, so he takes the consequential damage. He's not ready. I just need to read. And then discard the top card of the deck. This is a mental, so discard Hulk. Okay. Yeah, that's exact. Man. Okay, that's not what I wanted. And then chase him down after your hero attacks. We'll end the turn there. Yeah. I'm going to discard chase him down to draw a fresh new hand. All our abilities are going to be here. Patrol here. Grip pots and start tower. All here. Helicarrier's ready. We have these minions out, and we have 1 more left. Okay. So we're Tony Stark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Step 1. This goes up. Step 2. Well, part 2 of step 1. I'm not going to add another one. Yep. And then he schemes for 2. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. I take 1 damage. He KOs Mockingbird. I could feel a salty run back coming. Okay. He's scheming for 2. So this goes up by 2. He's at 5. There's 3 more here, so we're just going to add 3. He's at 8 out of 10. And then here, do I have anything that stops this? Like a warning or something? No? No. Okay. I could have done a first aid to save people. I can't anymore. Can I play these? I think it's possible. Okay. We'll resolve this. Under attack. Oh, crap. Crisis. It starts off at 3. When revealed, each player chooses to either place 2 threat here or deal 3 damage to their hero. I'm going to choose to do 3 damage to myself. 1, 2, 3. I'm down to 5. This is ready. Okay. He's finished. Now back to my turn. Futurist. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to we do 5 damage to an enemy. It's possible. What do I have in my hand? Okay. 2, 3. So I need 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just going to get Repulsor Blast because that's going to be 5 resources. And we're going to flip. I don't have a double resource in my hand. I can mill through my deck super fast. How many cards do I have in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have enough for 1. I have enough for 1 blast. We're going to play Mark 5 armor for we're going to use Helicarrier to make it 1 cheaper. Now I only got to pay 2. I only have to pay 1. And before I even try to do that, so before I even start this, I'm going to get the topmost tech back into my hand as Tony before I flip. So I can add that to my hand as well. Okay. I'm learning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm going to... So, 3, 2, and a 1. To give myself 6 more HP. I am up to 11 right now. This all makes sense to me. This all makes sense. Mark 5 armor, that doesn't go anywhere. Does this do anything else? Who gives me plus 1 HP? Rocket boots. Okay, the other things can stay where they are. I use Dark Tower. And I can... 1, 2, 3. Play Relentless Assault instead. Do 4 damage and then KO. That's possible. I think I might do that. Power Gauntlets. I'm gonna play Power Gauntlets for... because I already got Rocket Boots, right? Yeah. Power Gauntlets for 1 set of Rocket Boots and a Repulsor Blast. And then I'm gonna play Relentless Assault for 2 Repulsor Blasts. So we're playing Relentless Assault. And this used 2 fist icons, yeah. Deal 5 damage to a minion. I'm going to do 5 damage to this minion. If you paid for this card using a fist resources, a physical resource, which I did, this attack gains overkill. So overkill means that the excess damage from the attack is going to be dealt to the villain. I am doing 5 damage to a 1 HP minion. So I do 1 damage to it. We're going to attack team back. And we do 4 damage to Ultron. He's at 2. If we brought out Ultron 2, nothing changes on that. But I'd rather use my turn getting rid of under attack possibly. Do I have anything that gets rid of 1? Exhaust Mark III helmet, remove 1 threat from a scheme. I don't have a resource to do that, so we're gonna get 1. We're gonna get rid of 1 from under attack. We're going to exhaust Iron Man to get rid of the other 2. Under attack is defeated. Then we're going to use the arc reactor to ready him up to thwart for another 2. Oh, do we have... no. For another 2, so get rid of these 2. He's down to 6. And then we're going to do 2 damage to these 2 guys. So now we got to chase him down and Power of Aggression back. And I can't use this. Here, action, exhaust rocket business spend. Yeah, I can't spend it, so that's the end of my turn. Ready everything up. And now what is our hand size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's plus 1, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards means that I have the full hand size of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. That's exactly what I wanted. We got 2 double resources. That immediately comes out, and hopefully, I'm really hoping that we can get a warning, some sort of way to stop him from adding any threat at the step 1, if that's possible. Okay. Do 1 more cut. I cleared the board. I don't have anything that stops anything right now. Everything's a response or a resource. He gets plus 1 attack. Attack team. Max 1 per player, so this is also a resource at this point. Okay. I can't do anything on my turn, we just have to hope that we survive. Step 1, this goes up by 1. I'm going to choose to add a drone minion engage with me. Instead of putting 2 threat there, he's going to attack me for 2. He's attacking for 2. Am I going to block? No. We're good. So 2, 3, 4. He does 4 damage to me. I'm down to 7. Drone attacks me for... Oh, wait. After Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat in the main scheme. I can. I don't want another drone minion here. And... what else? Yeah, he attacks me for 1, so I'm down to 6. That's the end of that activation. Now we get one of these, and now we resolve. Android efficiency. When revealed, each player puts a top card of the deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. And gang up. This card gains the villain and each minion engage with you attacks you. So he's attacking for 2. I'm just gonna have to hope for the best. 2, 3. He does 3 damage to me. I'm down to 6. Nope. I'm down from 6 to 3, so 3. Then this deals 1 damage to me, and this deals 1 damage to me. But after, Ultron heals 1 damage for each drone minion engaged with you, so he heals to 4. Then this attacks me for 1. This attacks me for 1. I'm down to 1 HP. Okay. We're going to have to thwart like a mother and then flip. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a combat training for a combat training and an energy. So I have +1 attack. And we're going to use... do I have anything there? No. We're going to play Helicarrier. We're going to tap Helicarrier to make Tiger show up, and then use Pepper Pots to pay for the energy. Pay with the energy, so now Tiger's out. She's going to attack and defeat one of these minions. And she would take consequential damage, but after Tiger attacks and defeats a minion, heal 1 damage from her. So she heals 1. No. We looked at the timing last turn, last game, and we see that consequential damage is the last thing that happens, so she does take 1. So, instead of doing that, just because I kind of need all the help I can get, I'm going to thwart for 1. So she's going to take 1 anyway. Gang Up is not an ongoing card. Put all this in order. She thwarts for 1. This goes away. I'm going to use... I don't want to do that. Oh, I really don't want to do that. How badly do I need an aerial trait? Man, alright. We're going to play Tag Team for the Genius and the Supersonic Punch. This uses 3 attack counters. I could deal 2 damage to an enemy. Let's see, so she did thwart. I'm going to thwart for 2. That gets rid of 2. I'm going to use Mark V Helmet to thwart for 1. I'm going to use Arc Reactor to ready up and thwart for 2 more. Then I'm going to at this point I have to flip. I actually have to flip. I can't survive another turn. So we're gonna do 1 damage to an enemy and 1 damage to an enemy, and rocket boots I can't do anything with again. So we do that, we flip, we ready up, we're done. Before I do anything else, I'm going to use tag team to attack for 2, and then I ready it up. Okay, that is everything. This goes up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. And we are now on their turn. So, first things first, this goes up by 1. And I'm going to choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of the deck into play face down against us. So I'm going to do that. Then he's going to activate against me. He's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 4 would be 7. So I'm just placing these. Then he schemes for 1 more because of this. We're at 8. Yep, and then this is an encounter card. We put another one in front of us. And that's the end of his turn. Now it's back to my turn. And I am going to Futurist immediately. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully if I find a tech card I could, nope. I get Hulk out. Hopefully he can do something. What do we have? Oh, there's a card down. Just because it's Nick Fury. But we can make Hulk do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. We could get Nick Fury to get us to draw more cards. Okay. I'm going to get Strength, and I'm going to get rid of these 2. Then I'm going to... Do I have anything else? No. Okay. I'm going to flip then. Nope. I need a heal. For 4. For 3, so I'm at 4. What is my... I have to ready Iron Man. Okay. I have to make this a big turn. I could block a few times, so... We're going to make Nick Fury cheaper by 1. We're going to flip first. Okay. We flip. We use Helicarrier to make... I'm going to play Relentless Assault. That could KO him immediately. That would waste some time, though. Here. Here's what we can do. Yeah, we'll make this cheaper by 1. And we'll play Nick Fury for 1. Uppercut 2. Strength 3, 4. Nick Fury's out. I draw 3 cards. Yes. And then we're about to mill through this whole darn deck. Okay. We're going to use Tag Team first to deal 2 damage to Ultron. Ultron is KO'd. Ultron is down. Round 2. Ultron. When he reaches this, he doesn't get anything crazy, right? No, he's got 22 HP though, and that's a lot. 22 damage. Oh man, okay. Tigra, I want you to attack a minion for... Oh, I want you to attack a minion for 2. No. We're gonna hold on to that for right now. Nick, you're gonna help me by thwarting for 2. Nope. Yeah. I will then use, just so I can start this, Mark V. I'm going to play Rocket Boots to get me aerial. I need to use a mental resource. Wow. So I'm not going to use Rocket Boots. Yeah, I'm not going to use Rocket Boots. Okay. We're going to thwart for 1. We're going to ready up and thwart for 2 more. Guess no point in doing that. And we're going to attack for 2 more. So he's down to 20. And he thwarted for 2. We have these in our hand. Pepper, you didn't attack anything yet. Or you didn't use anything yet, so we are going to... Man, I really wanted to do a supersonic punch. Alright. We need to... Man, that would have been so good. We're going to Relentless Assault for 2. Deal 1 damage to... We're going to do 5 damage because we are using 2 fists to pay for it. And it gains overkill, so I do 1 damage to this. And 4 damage to Ultron. He's down to 16. That. I then use Pulsar Blast. I feel like all my energies are in my hand, so this could stink. I'm going to use Repulsor Blast with a Tenacity. And deal 1 damage to an enemy and discard the top 5 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I deal an additional 2 damage for each lightning resource. So 1. Nope, printed 1. So just 1. I do 3 damage on this first Repulsor Blast. He's down to 13. I'm going to try that one more time. No, I don't have enough to do that, so we're going to use a Relentless Assault. Yeah, we're going to do Relentless Assault and just hope for the best at this point. So, Relentless Assault for Repulsor Blast and Attack Team to deal 1 damage to this drone and 4 damage. He's down to 9. We're going to attack for 2 with Tyra. He's down to 7. And that is everything in my power. Why does he have 3? I grabbed the wrong thing. Alright, 1. Then we ready everything up. Yeah, there we go. Plus 1 attack, but I can't attack anything right now. I'm going to hold on to Supersonic Punch, so that's going to be 1. And what's my hand size right now? It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now it is the villain's turn. Ultron goes to 4. We're going to choose to get one of these. Ultron's going to attack, and I'm going to block for with Nick Fury immediately. He's going to do 2. Do 1 damage to each character you control. 1. Me. 2. Come on. And Nick Fury takes 1. That's a boost effect, and then he deals his 2 damage to Nick Fury and KOs him. Ultron, when attacks you. Okay. Something I missed was that Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with me. I'm not sure if that actually would have killed me. I think this is my first turn dealing with Ultron 2. Pretty sure I did all this damage last turn, so. He did an additional damage to Nick Fury, but that's fine, that doesn't change anything. Alright, the turn order for all this: when Ultron attacks. Just gonna see if I have an interrupt. I do. When the villain schemes, it has nothing to do with that. Okay. He's not scheming. Alright. This got 1, I chose this. When Ultron attacks, put the top card of your deck into play face down already. And then he finishes his attack, so he attacked me. I chose to block. That doesn't stop that from happening. Nick Fury blocked for me. He's KO'd. And now we get one of these, and then we have to hope that we survive this. So we get another drone. Nope. Before we do any of this, he attacks me for 1 and 1. I'm down to 1. And then we get another drone. And then gang up? No. Attached to the Ultron drone's environment. Each face down drone minion gets +1 attack and +1 HP. I can spend. I'll put that there. I'll put this sideways so I can still read it. But Ultron drones have upgrades now. They fly now. And I've survived his turn, so now it's back to my turn. How nice of him. I have 3 of these minions. I have to do 7 damage. Can I do a supersonic punch and just win? I can play Avengers Mansion. Nope. I can hero action exhaust rocket boots and spend a mental resource. I get rid of Avengers Mansion to pay for it. Gain the aerial trait until the end of the phase. So I have aerial right now. And then I play Supersonic Punch for a 2. I could do that. He doesn't have guard or anything on him, right? We don't have guard? No? These guys don't get guard either. So, just for style points, we are going to do some damage to him before we KO. War Machine for make it cheaper by 1, so it's 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Get War Machine out. And I could use Power Regression. That's fine. Then I use I have aerial. I attack for 2. He's down to 5. I just want to see this negative. I then use Arc Reactor. That's what this was? Yeah. Use Arc Reactor to ready up, and I'm ready. I'm going to attack for 2 more with War Machine. He's down to 3. Attack team attacks for 1, 2. Does 2 damage. He's down to 1. And then I play Supersonic Punch for Repulsor Blast and a Power of Aggression to do 8 damage because I do 4 damage to an enemy. 8 damage instead if you have the aerial trait, so he is down to -7. He's KO'd. Now I was down to 1. That was rough. But that was good. That was good. We survived. And I think I flipped too early. I think I should have used some healing earlier on, but we survived. We did it. Just barely. And he's finished. Alright. With this, we are done with the base villains that you would fight in the core box. We are going to now take everything apart. I will explain this one more time for anybody who's just joining us for the first time in this video, just skipping directly to Ultron. But I will explain how to split up all these cards and how I put together the villain deck for Ultron when I'm splitting everything out, just so you can see where I put the environment and all the setup cards. So we will cut to that in a second. Okay, so the next part of this whole thing is to split up all of these cards into their actual decks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take apart the Iron Man deck so that we have Iron Man, Basic, and Aggression. And then we're going to put his Nemesis set underneath the actual card. So now he's there, and we need to split up everything that's in the villain deck. So we're going to have the villain cards, the standard set, and under attack here. And next we need to, we have the obligation from Iron Man. We're going to put that directly under Iron Man on top of his Nemesis set. So now we have everything that we need for Iron Man here. If we ever pull out, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to make sure it happens next time, we're going to stage that Shadow of the Past is the first thing that comes out. But if Shadow of the Past comes out, that's when you get your Nemesis set out from, from out of the game. And the way that they tell you to do it is make sure that the minion engages you, put out the side scheme, and then shuffle the rest of the cards into the deck. So what I do is just get the rest of the cards, I put the side scheme on top of that, and then the Nemesis set on top of that. Sorry, the Nemesis minion on top of that. So I have that on top of his standard deck. Then I have the obligation on top of that because you need that for the setup for the villain, and then Iron Man. The Ultron drones I'm going to put on top of the main schemes. So the main scheme is on top of his cards. Ultron drones on top of that. And then the 3 cards for the villain on top of that. So when I'm pulling out this character, if I'm playing this character, I'm going to get these 3 cards out. I already know that this is going to go into play. I'm going to get this out, put this to the side, and then start shuffling stuff. That's why I do it this way. And with that, I think we have everything set up and ready to go. Next time, when you join me, when we get together, we're going to start using the expert set to see what expert is like in this game. I am expecting to possibly get destroyed, especially if I'm going to start with Shadows of the Past at the beginning of the next game. We'll see what happens, but we're going to start easier. And I'm pretty sure, I know who I'm going to be fighting against, but I'm going to keep that a secret just in case I change my mind. So, under attack, any of these modular sets, I'm going to put the side scheme that has the name up top, just so I know which scheme it's part of. Alright, with that, we have everything we need. Thank you all for watching. This has been very fun. I actually liked how all this is coming out, so I hope you'll see me for next time. Have a great day, have a great night, and as always, stay positive.